अगर तुम एनिमे कम्युनिटी में थोड़े टाइम से एक्टिव हो तो तुम्हें पता है कि हम पागल लोग रोड पे बेवड़े अंकल लड़ने से भी ज्यादा लड़ाई करते हैं. So it's a rare sight when a series comes along that can make us all come together and collectively say, yeah, this show flipping slaps. Attack on Titan the final season has not only matched what came before it but shot straight past it to become a series I don't think anyone envisioned it could be when they first started it. Attack on Titan is a series that has continuously changed and grown, building upon the foundation of the previous seasons, and it is not a stretch to say that this final season is the most distinctive season thus far. We are so far beyond anything the show was initially set up as that it is almost unrecognizable. Before, the show was about how humanity will survive against the bloodthirsty titans, and now it's a complex political war thriller with heroes and villains on either side, with no clear distinction of who or what you should be rooting for. Good guys have flaws, bad guys are sympathetic, and you just can't decide who is doing the right thing. हाँ, ऐसे बहुत एनिमे है जिसके आगे बढ़ते बढ़ते वो बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज हो गए, लेकिन अटैक ऑन टाइटन ने बस थोड़े कैरेक्टर्स एंड एलिमेंट्स को नहीं बदला, बल्कि उसने अपने पूरे जॉनरा को ही बदल लिया. एंड माइंड ब्लोइंग चीज़ ये है कि ये चेंजेस बहुत कैजुअली हो गए. ऐसा लगता है कि ये सब नेचुरल था एंड सीरीज को ऐसा ही तो बनना था. सीजन 3 may have been the payoff to everything that has been built up, but season 4 is the evolution. एंड इन चेंजेस का सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल है एरन हिमसेल्फ. Season 4 Eren is a completely different beast to the character we knew. He's a battle-hardened war veteran who is ready to sacrifice everything to achieve his goal. He's almost the opposite of the person he was, but it just feels natural. It just feels right. It feels like, yeah, Eren was eventually gonna become the way he is now. Betraying his own friends, sacrificing people closest to him, and even killing civilians. But you know what? I get it. Throughout the series you see Eren taking L after L after L. तुम देखते हो कैसे उसका पूरा कॉन्फिडेंस स्लोली बट श्योरली खत्म हो रहा था. सीजन 3 के एंड में ये क्लियर था कि कुछ तो बड़ा चेंज हो रहा है, and now it's even more heartbreaking as now we know that Eren was doing all this for Paradise, for his friends. He betrayed his friends to save them. And ये perfect character development बस Eren तक ही सीमित नहीं है. हर कैरेक्टर को इक्वल केयर एंड अटेंशन दिया गया है. There are so many characters, so many moving parts, yet never does it feel excessive or overbearing. It's so rare that a series juggling so many parts doesn't get crushed under the weight of its own ambition. And इस final season में बहुत सारे भयंकर action sequences थे, लेकिन ज़्यादातर scenes जो तुम्हें hit करते हैं are the dialogue scenes, जो बताता है कि इसेआमा ने कितनी बढ़िया तरीके से इन कैरेक्टर्स के फाउंडेशंस को सेट किया है. The characters I love, the characters I absolutely hate, but what I hate even more is that Isayama somehow successfully managed to make me give them a shred of sympathy. Like everyone seems to be hating on Gabi for certain obvious reasons, but I totally get why she is there. She's the season 1 Eren who spawned on the enemy side, and it makes perfect sense why she is the way she is. People often forget that there is a difference between a badly written character and a character you hate. In previous seasons, you didn't know which character will make it out alive, but now, not only you don't know who will make it out alive, you don't even know who you want to make it out alive. And honestly, it's surreal to see a series doing so many things so damn perfectly. And अब बात करते हैं सबसे controversial topic के बारे में, the anime adaptation. With one of the most popular anime going through a studio change in its final season, there were always going to be a lot of fights picking apart every little detail. But my god did it turn into a shit show at times. तो ये बात है जब द फाइनल सीजन पार्ट 1 एयर हो रहा था, लोगों को हर चीज़ से प्रॉब्लम्स थी, एनिमेशन से लेकर म्यूजिक चॉइसेस तक. एनिमेटर्स को पब्लिकली हरास करा गया था, एपिसोड डायरेक्टर्स को अपने ट्विटर हैंडल्स को प्राइवेट करना पड़ा, बड़े कॉर्पोरेशंस को बीच में आना पड़ा. यस, द सिचुएशन गॉट दैट बैड. लेकिन अब इस चीज़ को होकर 1 साल से भी ज़्यादा हो चुका है, सो इट्स फाइन टू एक्नॉलेज विदाउट टारगेटिंग एनीवन दैट द एडेप्टेशन ऑफ द फाइनल सीजन पार्ट 1 was missing that same feel from its previous seasons. And I think it's easy to just point at the obvious culprit, that is obviously CG, but मेरे हिसाब से इस सीजन की CG बहुत अच्छी थी. In fact, it was far better than the CG used in the previous seasons, because what the absolute hell is this? What I think the real difference is that for every shot of janky looking colossal titan, we got scenes like this. We kinda didn't get any scenes like this in the final season part 1. One of my favorite scenes previously was Eren vs Reiner's fight, because I thought it was cool to see simple martial arts techniques being used in the fights of giants, and there is just no way anything like that could be created using the 3D Titan models. बहुत सारे सटल डिटेल्स और एक्सप्रेशंस चले जाते हैं जब तुम 3D मॉडल्स यूज़ करते हो, इसलिए टाइटन्स कभी कभार लाइफलेस लगता है। मैं समझता हूँ कि क्यों इतना ज़्यादा CG यूज़ करा गया था, एज टाइटन्स वर द टफेस्ट थिंग्स टू एनिमेट स्पेशली इन अ टाइट शेड्यूल, लेकिन एक प्योर एनिमेशन स्टैंड पॉइंट से देखा जाए तो ऐसा कोई जॉ ड्रॉपिंग होली शिट मोमेंट्स थे ही नहीं। Instead of elevating the manga, we just got enough to not detract from it. I would be lying if I would say that I didn't miss the crazy action sequences Studio Wit gave us, and I know that it wasn't possible for MAPPA to do this because they had just 8 months to make the season. But now in the final season part 2, the animation has gotten a lot better, and we did get a lot of cool ODM gear scenes like this. It is definitely not on the same level as the previous seasons, but it is getting better. In fact, it is actually really good. It is definitely a huge step up from the final season part 1, so we can hope that the final season part 3 will get even better animation. But honestly, if this is the biggest negative I can think about, that ain't too bad. With a show this hyped and popular, there are always people calling it overrated or it didn't affect them in the same way, but honestly this is one of the few shows where I would say, yeah, it deserves the hype. New anime fans are gonna be calling this one of their most favorite anime of all time, and veteran weebs with hundreds of shows under their belt will probably be saying the same. Seeing the reception to the final season part 2 was kinda surreal to me, because it's the first time I've seen an anime that was perceived like it was nigh on mainstream. Sure, we have had singular episodes and moments blow up on internet before, but I have never seen an anime seemingly trend every single week whether something big happened or not. I know this was the case in the final season part 1 as well, but this final season part 2 has not only matched it, but blown past it's become kind of a staple of mainstream nerd culture itself. If you watch anime, you were watching it. If you don't watch anime, you are probably watching it as well. There was this kind of unspoken understanding on social media that everyone was watching Attack on Titan, and if you weren't, well, that was kind of on you. I was ready for Attack on Titan the final season part 2 to be big, but I was thoroughly unprepared for how big it actually got. I said previously that Attack on Titan had the potential to become the modern classic, and now it pretty much is the classic. The only thing it needs to do is land its ending. And no, I'm not telling that the ending should be something that revolutionizes the industry forever after everything it's done, after everything it's doing. Now what it really needs to do is land on 2 feet. We have the classic of 90s, Cowboy Bebop, then Death Note in 2000s, which basically represented anime in the entire world, Full Metal Alchemist, which set the standard so high many anime can only dream to get till there, Naruto having some of the best fights till date, the amazing world building of One Piece, Bleach, Steins Gate, My Hero Academia, list just keeps going on. What I'm trying to get to here is that all these animes are always compared to Attack on Titan, but on what terms? You have Naruto, which has uncountable plot holes, whereas Attack on Titan has none. Unlike One Piece, rather than having 1000 episodes, Attack on Titan created a legendary story in just 80 episodes. Maintaining the hype of Demon Slayer episode 19 in every week and every episode. When was the last anime you watched which was this diverse and never felt excessive? When was the last anime you watched which explored the topics like racism and child abuse? When was the last anime you watched which ruled the internet for straight up 12 weeks? When was the last anime you watched which had all of this? Let me guess, never. And this is what makes Attack on Titan a masterpiece. Not just another great anime which will fall away and move on from its over, but something that will leave a deep imprint on our entire community for years or even decades to come. That's Attack on Titan, and we are going to have to wait a year to see how it plays out. We are not just watching another great anime coming to an end. We are watching history being made.